Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. Today we are going to implement a project flight fare prediction using a machine learning technique. So let's start. So first of all, import all the required libraries like pandas, numpy, matplotlib and etc. Then then load a dataset. Is in the form of Excel file. So I load a dataset data underscore train which is stored in my Google Drive. So I'm uploading from there. Then display the top 5 rows of the dataset. So you can see it contains some features like airline, date of journey, source, destination, etc. As you can see here. Okay, after that perform some EDA on dataset, check the shape of the dataset. So you can see 10,683 rows and 11 columns. Then check the information of the dataset. Then see the value count of duration. So as you can see here, then check there's null value or not. So it contains here total stops contains only one null value. So we use a drop and a method to drop a row which contains a null value, because here is only a one null value and route also contains one null value. So we drop it and then again check it contains null value or not. So now uh, no null values are present in dataset. After this, after that, this is our dataset. Now Now we are going to perform a feature engineering on our data set. So what is feature engineering? Feature engineering is a method, is a technique to create new feature from an existing feature or the existing information. Okay, so we are going to implement two features. We are going to create two features, journey date and journey month, with the help of the date of journey feature. With the help of the date of journey feature. Okay, this date of journey, so we are extracting day and month from this date. Okay, after that again creating two another feature from the existing feature, departure time, yeah, this departure time. So we are extracting the hour, and minute from this feature. Then after that, this is our data set. Then after that, creating two another features, arrival hour and arrival minute from the arrival time feature. Okay, then after that, drop departure time, date of journey and arrival time, which is of no use now. Okay, now this is our final data set, as you can see here. Then after that, I write a simple script which extract the hour and minute from a feature, duration. Okay, so as you can see here, duration, where is duration? Duration contains a 2 hour 50 minute. So it extract the hour and minute from the duration feature and create two new features, duration hour and duration minute. Okay, and after that drop the duration feature, which is of no use now. Then this is our final data set now. After that we perform again feature engineering. This is the value count of airline and value airline. Where is airline is a categorical feature, so we perform the one hot encoding on airline feature. So we perform the one hot encoding using a pandas function get underscore dummies, and we use here drop underscore first is equal to true. So what is drop underscore first? So suppose we have two categorical features, gender, like gender male or female. Suppose it is a zero, it means it is a there is a male. If it is a one, so automatically it is a female. Okay, like suppose we have a three gender like male, female or transgender. Okay, so we are taking another example, male, female or transgender. So if we drop underscore first is equal to true, so it creates only two features like male or female with the help with values 0 or 1. If male is 0, female is 0, so automatically transgender is 1. So we don't need to create more features. Okay, so airline, suppose for example airline Here is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Here is 12 categories. So it creates 11 features. It added 11 features. It dropped one feature, drop underscore true. Then after that, source is also a categorical feature. Source, where is source, where is source? Okay, source is also a categorical feature. So we perform some visualization here. Then after that, we also perform the get dummies. We also perform the one hot encoding on source. Then same on destination. Destination is also a categorical feature. Then after that, root. We drop the root and additional info feature which is of no use here to predict the price of the flight or fare of the price. Okay, then this is our final data set. No, it's not a final data set. uh, Total stops here, total stop, where total stop is also a categorical feature, as you can see here. So we perform here ordinal encoding. It is a ordinal encoding. It arranges the stops in the order wise, like non-stop is 0, one stop is 1, two stop is a 2, three stop is 3, and four stop is 4. Okay, then this is our data set. Then after that, we added the flight data set, airline, which we perform the one hot encoding on it. So airline data set, source data set, and destination data set. So this is the final data set, and this is the data set, and we drop the airline feature, source feature, and destination feature from our final data set. So now this is our final data set. This is a final data set with the help of which our model will be trained. Then we check the shape of the data set. Now we have 30 features. Now we load the test data set, which is stored in my drive, and display the top 5 rows. And same here, we perform the EDA, feature engineering, data preprocessing on the testing dataset, same as we perform on the train dataset. So you can see here, check the shape of the dataset, information dataset, then check the value count of duration, then check the null values, then drop the null values if it contains, then again check it contains null value or not, then create journey day and journey month feature from the date of journey feature, same departure hour and departure minute, arrival hour and arrival minute, then drop the arrival hour, then write a script to extract the hour and minute from the duration feature. Okay, then perform the one hot encoding, then perform the uh, ordinal encoding on the feature. So same data pre-processing, feature engineering, EDA performed here, which we perform on the training data set. Okay, so after performing that, this is our test data set, this is our test data set, and this is our training data set. Now we perform the feature selection. So here we drop the price. So X contain all the independent features and Y contains our dependent feature. Dependent feature is our price. Okay. So this is a X dot head. This is the independent features, and this is a dependent feature price. Now we try to see the correlation. Okay. This is a correlation graph. Now we split the dataset, training dataset, into the training and testing. X contains the independent features, Y contains the dependent features, and trained underscore size is the testing size. Okay, so dataset will be divided into the 80-20 ratio, and random underscore state is equal to 51. And after that, we define the random forest regression model, and we train the model, random forest regression model, with the X train and Y train dataset. Then test the model with a testing dataset, X underscore test. Then check the score of the training dataset, check the score of the model on the training dataset, and also check the score of the model on the testing dataset. So testing score is a 95%, and training score is a 95%, and testing score is a 82%. Then uh, check the error. So you can see here, there's a bell curve, there's a normal distribution of the uh, error. Okay, so after that we check the mean absolute error, mean squared error, and root mean squared error, as you can see here. Okay, now check the R2 score. The R2 score is 82% accuracy. So overall accuracy is 82%. Now we perform the hyperparameter tuning. We select some parameters of the random forest regulator like an estimator, max depth, min samples split, min samples leave, max features. Then create a dictionary of these features, these parameters. Then after that we define the randomized search CV, uh, which help us to perform the hyperparameter tuning, fine tune the model, which takes some parameter like estimator, param distribution, iter, CV, verbose, random state, and jobs, etc. Then after that, train the model with the training data set. Then after training the model, this is our best parameters with the help of which we got a better accuracy. Okay. Then after that, we test the model with the testing data set. Then again plot the graph y test minus prediction. Okay. Then after that, again check the mean absolute error, mean squared error, and root mean squared error. Then after that, we check the R2 score. Now our R2 score is 85%. So accuracy is increased as compared to the previous one. Now, now save the model with name flight fair prediction.pkl. Then load a model. Then test the model with the testing dataset, and you can see the R2 score. This is our final R2 score. Okay, so this is our flight fare prediction model using a machine learning technique. I have also deployed this model on a local host using a Flask framework. Flask is an open source framework which provides some tools for the web deployment. Okay, so this is our deployment of the flight fare prediction model. We select the departure date like 27 December 7:44 p.m. and arrival date like January 3rd January 9:50 p.m. am. Okay, then after that, source is a Kolkata, destination is a New Delhi, total stops is 2, and airline is Indigo. Now we have to click on the submit button. Our model predict the price is 7,834. Flight price is 7,834. Okay, so this is our complete flight fare prediction model using a machine learning technique. So in this tutorial we have trained the flight fare prediction model and also deployed the model on the local host using a Flask framework of the Python. Okay, so if you like the tutorial, so hit the like button and do subscribe the channel, and please comment below if you like the tutorial. So if you are interested in machine learning, deep learning, NLP, Python class, so I upload here different project tutorials related to data science, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, Python, Flask, Django, and etc. So you can follow my this blog. Okay guys, so thank you guys. So you can follow my this blog datascience2000.in. Okay guys, so we will meet you in the next tutorial. Thank you.